What's going on, guys? All right, so I'm here with a couple pickups. I had a very good, successful first week on eBay. I have never really tried to sell the things that I've made on eBay, and I've been collecting stuff at Goodwill habitually since 2009. So we're talking 2009, 10, 11, 12, and most of 13. Yeah, so 5 years of goods that I haven't sold. I sold maybe 1/20th of what I had. Between a flea market and between my first week of eBay. eBay wasn't much, it was only 10 items, but I did sell a lot of stuff at the flea market. And when I say 1/20th, I mean just stuff that I bought at and maybe that's a lot less, exaggeration, than I actually sold. I didn't sell much really compared to what I have. And that's just Goodwill thrift store things. We're talking, I mean, I must have a dozen plug and plays. I've sold 3 plug and plays, 2 in a row at the flea market. So going to the flea market was a really good idea. Oh, and for those of you around the St. Louis area, it was actually the Fenton flea market. So I had a good profitable sale at the flea market, got an idea of where I can unload certain things that I bought. So if you're really looking to sell stuff, I recommend checking out a flea market. It was only like 20 bucks for the booth, and it was a pretty good day for the sales. So let's see what I bought here. Now I raised enough money to originally buy the PS4 with some games. I opted out of that and instead spent that money that I was going to buy the new PS4 with games and a few games with. I bought a few NES games that I need that I'm very worried are going to raise in price even a lot more than they already are soon. So let's take a look at what I got so far. I got one Famicom game. There's a few Famicom games I want, and I'm going to start collecting them. I picked up Holy Diver. So let's see where we are here. So, got Holy Diver there. This has got a really interesting story involving the members of Ozzy and Randy Rhoads and Zakk Wylde. I recommend checking out the wiki for this and reading the information on it. That's Holy Diver for the Famicom. I picked up one Super Nintendo game. I got this game very cheap, and I took a risk getting it, and that's Dracula X. Now I paid pretty much say about 75% of what the game's worth. The game was respectively all across the board, and ending bids was going for about $50 more than what I paid for this game. So I got this at a really cheap rate. There was a stock photo of just the game on there, so no photos of the game at all. So I took a risk getting it, and oh, I said that wrong. I actually paid about 60% of the total value that this game, the everyday value, is worth. So to me, it was a very good find, and I lucked out. And as you can tell, everything's in good condition on this. The label looks great. The pins are really nice. There was some going for a lot more that looked really bad. So I'm happy to add that to the collection. There's a few Super Nintendo games I really want. I have some of the more expensive ones already. Pocky Rocky 2, Super Turrican 2, Mega Man X3, Demon's Crest. I have some higher value ones, but the main ones I'm concerned about now, the next two that I want to get Aero Fighters, try to get Aero Fighters for a good price, and then pick up Wild Arms, and then there's a few other ones that I'm afraid are going to get above the $100 mark soon. Okay, so a couple NES games. First one here is Contra Force. Once again, I got this at a very good price. Label's really nice. I actually won a bid from this from some guy who was close by me. Lived close by me. I bought this from, and yeah, that's probably paid about 80 to 85% of this game's total value I paid for it. Got a good deal. I mean, nobody else was bidding on it. It seemed there's like 8 other people. So, and there's only one or two active. So I hopped in there at the end and got a good price on that one. The next game I got is Rockin' Cats. Top of the label's kind of faded. Didn't have a picture on that. Either way, didn't really mind. Paid quite a bit undervalued. Once again, I paid about 80% the value, everyday going value for this game. I try to buy things cheaper than what they're worth. I mean, I'll pay 90 to 100% of what something's worth if it's extremely rare, but I really like to get things, trying to shoot for like 60 to 80% of total value is what my average is for my collection, pretty much. So I know that my collection's worth a lot more than I put into it. So that's rocking cats. All right, a couple PlayStation games here. We got Strider 2. Now, I've been wanting this game for a long time. My friend Eric and I both owned a copy of this game when we had PS2s. And this was one of the first PS1 games that we bought actually after, I believe, the PS2 came out. I believe that's correct. If not, we just bought this anyways. It already came out. But this had a year 2000 release. But it's a really cool game. You can go look up how much it's going for, but you'll be surprised. I thought it was going for about 36 bucks, and I was mistaken. Once again, I paid. Okay, so I paid the value of this game pretty much. Maybe a little bit, maybe like $5 under what this game has been going for. But when I received it, and I didn't really realize it. Okay, so this is 2 discs. You have the first Strider game, and then you have the other one on the back there. And this was a great condition, good buy. So, paid full price for this. And with it, the guy actually sent me the Japanese version. I guess I just didn't read the bidding that well, or he just didn't label it. But yeah, I got the Japanese version of the game with that. So that was really cool. And this, I mean, honestly, I looked it up, and the Japanese version sells for pretty much as much as the US, well, maybe about 75% of the US version's value. But yeah, that was really cool. So that was an awesome buy. I have a few eBay surprises. So let's see. Okay, so we went through those. Okay, so as you see, I've got 3 PC engines here. I actually just picked up this Core Graphics. One thing interesting about this was the shipping was very low on this. And when combined with the full price of this, I actually paid a lot less than what it was worth, which was surprising. So this is this PC engine was released, I believe, in either 90 or 92, and the Core Graphics. This is the Core Graphics, and the Core Graphics 2 was released in 92 or 94. So I've got 3 of these now. So this was the first PC engine. Then there was a couple other variations, the shuttle, a few things. Then they finally compacted it down to the Core Graphics, and then they made the Core Graphics 2. So these were made 2 years apart. They're both the same function. All there is the box is different. And all the plugs are the same. Everything's the same as far as plugs go. The only difference is the cosmetic front. There's no power difference or anything. And one cool thing is here, it's got this. This is one of the first that came with actually a extension port cover, and the cover's neat because it clips into these little, like little balls on springs. So it's kind of cool. So now I've got 2 of these. These 2 I can use. I can't use the other one because it takes different cables. But yeah, it's nice having those. Yeah. I got a good buy on that one. So now I got my 3 PC Engine games. Okay, and last but not least, one of the 2 games that I bought instead of the PlayStation 4 was Power Blade 2. I paid about 90% of the value of this game. So it's in pretty decent condition. Let's take a look there. So, you know, if you don't know how much this game goes for, then I just wouldn't recommend looking it up. But, you know, go ahead if you want to. I pay about 90% of the going rate for this game. And with it, came a few things. First off, I got the box with it, which is pretty cool. The box and the manual can sell for as much as the game. So if you do look up the price of that, then basically that's how much this box can cost. It's in really good condition. I mean, no matter what condition they're in, unless they're totally trashed, they're still worth pretty much the same amount. There's just a few pieces of tape on there, but the sleeves in there, the foam's in the bottom. Yeah, so I got the box with that. And then there was a photocopied manual. Now, this manual was definitely photocopied years and years ago, so it wasn't something new that was done to sell the actual manual out of it. In fact, I knew a lot of people who actually did this. So even though it's photocopied, it's pretty old. It's really not worth anything photocopied, but I thought that was cool. And another thing I got with that was a tie towel. It was the tie towel Wave poster reviewing the new games that were coming out. So yeah, that was really cool. This poster you can fetch, you know, 10, 15, even more dollars too. So to get that and the box with that game, I thought that was pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the first of my opted NES rare games instead of a PS4 pickup. So hopefully the next one will be here today, and then in a few days I'll pop up what I got. So yeah, that's it. Oh, I got one more game, and as you see, it's on the screen. I actually got Cliffhanger. I'm not going to take the card out because I've been playing with it for a while, but I did pick up Cliffhanger on the NES also. So 3 NES games pretty much. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace.